Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. In this video, I will guide you how you can install WordPress on localhost using XAMPP. To do that, we will need two things. First, WordPress installation file and the second is XAMPP. To download WordPress, you can come here on this page wordpress.org download. I will leave this link in the description below, and you can also search WordPress download and then click on this first website and you will land on the same page. So click here on download WordPress and it will be downloaded. You can download it. To download XAMPP, you can search for XAMPP download and then you will land on this first website and you can download the XAMPP setup. I have a detailed video on how to install XAMPP on Windows, so if you want to know how you can download and install XAMPP, then you can watch this video. I have already downloaded it, so I am going to install it. Once you successfully download, then you have to click on its setup, then yes. Here it gives you warning, you can click on OK and then click on next, again next, and here you can see my directory is C and then in XAMPP folder. If you want to change it, then you can change, but remember the directory where you are installing it, as we will need it later. I am going to install it in CDISC. Next, again next, next again, and now the installation is started. Here you can see XAMPP has been successfully installed, and once it is installed you can click on finish, and here you can see it will automatically start the XAMPP control panel. Here you can see the XAMPP control panel. If it don't open, then you can search here XAMPP control panel and you can open it. And once the XAMPP control panel is open, then here you can see Apache and MySQL modules. We need these two ones. So every time you want to start WordPress on your localhost, you have to start these two servers. Okay, so now let me locate my WordPress. Now let's locate our WordPress file, which I downloaded. Now you have to copy this file and then go to the XAMPP directory. I told you have to remember the directory, and here you have to come to htdocs and you have to paste WordPress installation file here. Now unzip here. Once extracted, you can keep the original zip file, or you can even delete it. Move this into the root folder. Now this folder is going to be an installation path, and you can rename it whatever you want, but in this case I am going to rename it to test. You can give it any name you want, and also remember it as we will be using it later. Okay, so now we have to run these two. Modules. Once these modules are started, then you can click on here. Once these modules are started, then we need to log into MySQL. Then you can click here on admin and you will land on this page, localhost php myadmin. Even you can also search for localhost php myadmin. Remember this, you have to search it in the URL bar. Don't search it on Google. Sometimes most of the students they search here localhost php myadmin. If you will search here, then you will not see the dashboard. Okay, then you will see different dashboard. You need to search it in the search bar. Okay, here you have to create a new database. You have to click databases, and then here you can give a name to your database, whatever you want. Make sure this is the name you remember. In this case I am going to give it name WordPress and then click on create. Now once the database is created, then you need to search for local host, and now here you have to put the folder name that you gave here in htdocs. Please remember, you need to give the name that you gave to the folder. And here you can see the installation has started. You can select the language, and then it is saying that before getting started you will need to know the following items. This is the database name. I told you have to remember this one. In our case I have WordPress. Then database username, password we don't need. These will be the root and you can just skip others. Then let's go. And here you need to give the database name. In our case it is WordPress, and username will be root, and password will be blank. You don't need to put anything here. And database host will be localhost, and you can keep the other things as they are. Then click on submit, and then run the installation. And here you have to give your site name. In my case I am going to name Muhammad. And here you have to choose username. I am going to select admin, but you can choose whatever you want. And here you can select any password. And then here you have to give your email. If you don't give your email, then you will not be able to install it, as you will be using localhost as for practice. So this option doesn't matter, but it means you are stopping search engines to index your website. Then click on install WordPress, and here you can see our installation is successful. You have to click on login, and then here you need to give the username you created, then password, and click on login. Here you go. You have successfully installed WordPress on your local host, and you can access it anytime and practice WordPress, and you will have the same experience that you have on your live website that you make on any hosting provider service. So there are a couple of things you need to remember. These are the one every time when you will stop these or shut down your laptop, and next time you come here and want to open this, then first of all you have to open this XAMPP control panel and start these two services. Okay, if these two services are not started, then you will not be able to access this environment. Let me show you. If I stop them, then if I try to open same test, here you can see it says unable to connect. You will not be able to access the WP admin panel. Okay, so whenever you will start these two services, and then you can click on refresh, and here you go. You can now access to your admin panel. Here you can see. So these are the things you must remember. And if you want to create another dashboard, then here you can see you have the installation file. You can again extract it and then give another name and create database for it, and then connect it, and you will have another website to practice. So in this video, that's it. In the upcoming videos I will explore this dashboard, and we will see what these options are and how we can utilize them. If you found this video helpful, please subscribe the channel, and don't forget to hit the bell icon so that every time when I upload a new video you will have a notification. And also share it with your friends who want to practice WordPress but they don't have investment to purchase hosting or domains. So here you can practice WordPress for free.